PC Gamers, and welcome to the TurboZone 10th Anniversary Marathon event. This is a special marathon that I have put together with collaboration from you, and we are going to celebrate 10 years of TurboZone. It's crazy to me that I've been running this channel for 10 years. It's seen many different shapes and forms throughout the years, and I'm excited to, run the channel for 10 more years, 20 more years, until I'm dead. TurboZone has always been a passion of mine because I love gaming and I love content about video games. That's mainly what I consume when I'm not doing this. And, I grew up watching and learning from different creators, and I wanted to share my passion of gaming to the rest of the world. So here I am, 10 years later. Where am I? I'm not the most successful YouTuber in the world or anything, but I'm proud of what I've done on this channel, and I'm proud of the people that I've met and the friends that I've made and the content we've collaborated on, and just what I've grown TurboZone into being. TurboZone started as a spin-off of another channel, and I've taken it, and it has its own identity and its own brand and flavor. The videos in this marathon have been crafted specifically for this marathon to celebrate 10 years of TurboZone. So none of my old content is here. This is a brand new marathon. Now, the videos in this marathon that I create, I may release on their own down the road if I feel like it, but they were made for this marathon, and I also had a lot of collaborators send in content specifically for this marathon. So sit back, enjoy the marathon, enjoy celebrating 10 years of TurboZone. If you're watching this at the premiere, thank you so much. I can't wait to get things rolling. Let's go. Let's fucking go. Let's just jump right in. Yeah!
What is going on, TurboZoners? Axel here from Friendly Fire Gaming. I'd like to congratulate Alex and the TurboZone for hitting their 10-year milestone. 10 years is a long time, especially for a YouTube channel as consistent as Alex has been. It feels like just yesterday when I stumbled upon Alex's channel streaming Earth Defense Force. A lot of channels don't make it 5 years, let alone 10. TurboZone has always been evolving and collaborating with other channels. And with that, Alex has asked these other channels to make a video to celebrate his 10 years on YouTube on his celebration stream. The only way to celebrate TurboZone turning 10 would be with a Shrek game review. Hope you guys enjoy, and congrats, Alex. Hopefully your channel just continues to grow.
Ready, set, go!
Why, hello there, gamers! Have you ever wanted to play a Power Stone game but using Shrek characters? How about Smash Bros, but instead of hitting enemies with Pokeballs and green shells, you're hitting them with mousetraps and smelly socks on a stick? Then maybe Shrek Super Slam is the game for you. Shrek Super Slam was released on basically everything, but I played this on the DS. The game itself is pretty simple, with the ability to roll, quick attack, heavy attack, and special attack. Everyone has like a special combo move, like Shrek farts and like Donkey has his kids attack with him. The game plays sort of like Smash, where everyone has a meter that fills up the more damage they do and the more damage they take. Once your meter is full, you can hit an enemy and knock them out. After the time is up, whoever has the most knockouts, or in this game they're called slams, wins the match. The modes are also pretty simple. You have story mode, melee, which is just versus, and then training, and you also have a challenge mode. Challenge mode is actually like just a bunch of mini games like whack-a-mole, a matching game, or even a Space Invaders style game. These seem to be kind of short and quick little mini games, and there's not a lot of depth in them. Story mode has everyone sitting around playing cards, and then Donkey wants to put his kids to bed. So you pick a character, and this character will tell a bedtime story to Donkey's kids, which consists of you just fighting other characters. It's basically like an arcade mode from just a fighting game where you'll fight like 5 people and a boss, and then you'll have a little end video. I can say at least they did give them their own bedtime stories to go through, and it's pretty quick to beat. There are unlockable characters, but I didn't unlock anyone going through the story, so maybe you have to do challenges or something to unlock them. There are items that you can pick up that do different things to you or your opponent. You have to use the touchscreen to use these items though. If you grab the bomb, you can drop it just like in Bomberman, and if they walk into it, they blow up. You grab the hammer and you can shock them with the thunderbolt like your Thor. Grab the dirty sock on the stick, touch them with it, and they are basically unconscious for a few seconds. They even have potions that make you bigger and smaller, but doesn't really affect the gameplay though. There are actually a decent amount of levels, and there's a little bit of destruction you can do in each one. If one-on-one isn't your thing, you can also change the match settings if you want. Add more players, more time, more slam limits. Hell, they even have a tag mode where you can tag each other by attacking. At the end of the day, this game is fun, but for a short time. Not much content, lack of gameplay depth, and the AI just kind of walks up to you waiting to get hit. Now, I realized after I started the DS version that this was on PS2, GameCube, etc. But I had already committed to my review of the DS version, so don't hate me. I'm sure the console versions are probably way better and probably a different game overall, but I had already come too far. That's my review of Shrek Super Slam for the DS. I hope you guys never picked this game up, but again, congrats to the Turbo Zone.
Welcome back to the Filthy Black Table, a special Filthy Black Table, because this Filthy Black Table is being aired during the Turbo 10th Anniversary Marathon event. So we are here at the table, and we are going to celebrate TurboZone's 10th anniversary by looking at an anniversary product. Isn't that interesting? So Nintendo is a company that likes arbitrary anniversaries. I mean, they just held a direct where they was apparently Mario's 40th anniversary, but they just revealed a bunch of stuff that was probably going to be revealed anyway, so, you know, whatever. But sometimes they actually do like to celebrate with cool products, and I'm going to look at one today. Back in, I don't remember, 2022, 2021, something like that, I did the Turbo Takeover over on Majority, my friend Teddy's channel, and I talked about the Mario Game & Watch. So there is a video over there. If you want to go watch it, you can. I'm not going to talk about this much today. But I did like it. And to follow that up, for Zelda's 35th anniversary, they did a Zelda Game & Watch. And that's what we're looking at today. The Zelda Game & Watch. I bought these I bought both of them because I think these are fun products. Are they practical? No. But like, as somebody that likes games and gaming history and little trinkets, these appeal to me for some reason. So this is the Zelda Game & Watch. And if you look in the back here, it's at 4. It says it comes with Zelda, Zelda 2, and Link's Awakening, and then also Game & Watch functions. This is automatically cooler than the Mario one. The Mario one just came with Mario and Mario The Lost Levels, aka the actual Mario 2. Brian. This one comes with 3 games, and you know, these games are fun, but Zelda games are like, you know, pretty damn beefy. So that's like actual gameplay on content, you know? So if you take this little fun sleeve off, whoa, there goes the Zelda characters and all the Zelda branding. You're left with an actual Game & Watch box, and it shows you're playing, I think it's called Mole, right? No, Vermin. Link version, because Link's whacking the vermin. And what Zelda game has Link ever done that? Ever taken 2 hammers in each hand and whacked a bunch of moles? I never played that one. So let's open her up. Very nice packaging. I love the packaging for these things. These things basically just sit on my shelf though. So are they a little worthless? Yeah, but like, I don't know. They're cool. So you do get all the little booklets and whatnot you expect from. Don't put it in your mouth. Don't put it in your ass. You know, all the stuff you should get. So here's the packaging. I like this, and I like this. They actually give you a little cardboard thing where you can prop this up to display it. I don't use it, but you know, you can. And it comes in this little baggie. See, it's telling you, if you're an idiot, it's telling you how to make a kickstand. Take it out of its little protective baggie. Yeah, man, it's so pretty. Game & Watches are cool because, like, yeah, they're neat little collectibles, but also, and if you've ever seen like an old school Game & Watch, you would know this. They feel like a piece of premium jewelry or something. Like, they feel like something you would be proud to like take out and display. Yeah, I mean, look, it's got a D-pad, 2 buttons to start and select, and then stuff for the menu. Charging is Type-C, a USB Type-C, and then a start button, a power button, and then I forget what that's for. Probably where all my hopes and dreams go to die every time I watch a Nintendo Direct. My phone's going off in the other room. So there's the time. It's Zelda 1. That's not the time, and that's not even the right time. My time is way off. But the time displays as Zelda 1, and Link does cool stuff. I don't know too many of the Easter eggs for this one. The Easter eggs for the Mario one I knew a lot of because, I don't know, I felt like that one got a lot more coverage. But I'm sure there are a lot of cool little Easter eggs if you watch this clock all day. Am I going to spend 24 hours watching the Zelda clock? Maybe. Maybe I will. So if you hit game, you can see all the games, and you have multiple languages, mainly 2, English and Japanese for all the games, and then a mole, and then a timer. Let's go, which we're on the timer. Let's go to mole first. 2 game types. Oh yeah. Oh, we are moling it up here. These moles don't stand a fucking chance against me. You know, Game & Watch games, as simple as they are, like, they are oddly addicting. Like, I've played a lot of the Game & Watch Gallery 3 and 4 for Game Boy Color and Game Boy Advance. And I've played some, I think I have Donkey Kong Jr. Game & Watch on my DS, or 3DS. They're, like, simple games, but, you know, like simple LCD games, but they're, like, oddly addicting. Which is funny because, like, other companies like Tiger that made LCD games made like complicated bullshit mainly. Like I don't know if I've ever played a Tiger LCD game that was like actually fun to play, but Nintendo got them. Like they're simple pick up and play games. So yeah, let's look at what am I doing? There we go. Zelda. Ah, it's Zelda. I mean, look, I have a file on here. I don't think I've done much on here. It is very small. And I guess part of the thing is, like, are you actually going to sit down and play through these games on this device? Probably not. Probably not. But, like, it's cute, right? it's cute to be able to do that. Zelda 2, I love this game. This is like one of my favorite NES games. Way better than Mario 2. So, yeah, like, but like with how brutally hard this game is, I couldn't imagine beating it. Like, if you've beaten Zelda 2 on the Zelda Game & Watch, you're a god. And then, for some reason, it's not DX. It's just Link's Awakening Game Boy. I mean, I like the Game Boy, like, chroma key style, like the black and white, or poop brown and gray style. But still, it's weird that, like, it's not the best version of the game that's included. And I mean, yeah, that's basically all this product is. And that's really all it needs to be, because it's just made to celebrate. On the back, there is a light-up Triforce that is cute. That's it. Really, it's just made to celebrate, and I'm kind of disappointed that Nintendo never went back to this idea and did more of these products. Because, like, yeah, like I would like to see a Metroid one, or a Donkey Kong one, or a Kirby one. Like, that would be so fucking cool, and I would buy them, of course. Better than like whatever they got going on now. Alarmo. Did you guys see that fucking flower? The talking flower toy that they're releasing? Who at Nintendo was like, yeah, the talking flower from Mario Wonder is such a hit character. We gotta get it on store shelves. Like, that's our hot item. So confusing with this company. But these Game & Watches are just a part of, like, I don't know. I feel like when I feel like Nintendo was like not at their best, but like they were doing well, and they were celebrating their games, and they were giving us products that were fun and unique. I'm not really a fan of Nintendo right now, if you can't tell with the Switch 2 era, but it wasn't that long ago that I was praising them for making dumb little stuff like this that, you know, unnecessary but cool. Yeah. I don't go on too long because there's a whole marathon here. Whole Filthy Black, I mean, not Filthy Black Table Marathon, though that gives me an idea. But Turbo Zone 10th Anniversary Marathon. Maybe one day Turbo Zone will have its own Game & Watch, and instead of Link whacking them moles, it'll be me whacking the moles.
Hey, Doc. What's cracking? Ah, hello, majority. Hey, why do you got a mousetrap here? I've been trying to catch a Pikachu, but this stupid Pokeball won't work. Oh. Doc, everyone keeps telling me about this Mario 2, but I played it and it's just not good. And what seems to bother you about that? Well, I don't care that it's bad, I just care that they're wrong. Ah, that's interesting. Have you tried Super Mario Advance for the Game Boy Advance? Mario and the GBA? Isn't that like the same game? Well, at least give it a try. Oh my god, not you too. Fine, I'll fucking play it. Toodaloos.
Welcome to the wrongest review on the internet. At least that's what people will have you believe because of my opinion. My opinion is that Mario Bros. 2 is garbage. It's a bad game. It's not good. And don't believe the opposition. I'm right. I'm right here, okay? You can think whatever you want, but I'm also right. I'm also right, okay? So, Mario 2 is defense of the indefensible. I think it's like every time anyone tries to talk to you about Mario 2, and this may be you, like, you're trying to mindfuck me. Like, why do you insist that, like, the things you're saying are good about this game are good? I don't get it. Like, oh, it's fucking Doki Doki Panic. It's like, you know, I mean, we got the, even though we didn't get the real Mario 2, we got the good one. Well, why do we need Doki Doki Panic? Like, I think the first Mario and third Mario are fine. Like, they're there's a reason that they're the most renowned and beloved platformers, like in the 2D genre. What the fuck is Doki Doki Panic? Like, everybody will tell you that, and then nobody fucking talks about Doki Doki Panic. They just know that this game is a reskin. Oh, well, you get to pick 4 characters. Okay, you do. Yeah, sure. Toad's cool. You know, fucking Chad, bro. Like, but Peach, you know, like, why should Peach be better than Mario? Why is Mario the weakest character in his own game? Like, he controls, like, ass. He just slips and slides all over the place. Like, he got a fucking waxing on his shoes. It's wrong. It's just, like, fundamentally wrong for Mario to be incompetent in his own game. Like, you know, it would be ridiculous to even suggest that in, like, you know, like Smash Bros or Mario Kart, that you can't play as Mario. That doesn't make any fucking sense. Oh, there's no time limits. You know, like, this is the GBA version, Super Mario Advance, so you get all these improvements. So you can really, like, you know, take your time and enjoy it and get more. Well, I don't give a shit, man. The game itself isn't fun. It doesn't play well. Like, I will grant that, like, there are, like, cool things that came up in the game, but that doesn't make the platforming itself well made. Like, please explain some of this shit to me. Why do I have to throw the fucking bomb, like, directly in front of a piece of gravel? Or why do I keep sliding off the goddamn vines? I don't get this shit. Like, explain this to me. Explain this to me. You could explain it away all you want, but at the end of the day, it's not good. It's trash. It's trash. It's garbage. I don't like it. You know, the GBA version it makes improvements, I guess. I mean, it's probably the easiest way to play it. But at the end of the day, I think, like, all of these, like, decorations and, like, these like talking points are exactly that. They're just talking points that try and hide the truth. They're hiding the truth that this game is fucking you. This game is, like, keeps pushing and pressing and saying, oh, well, you know, don't you like this or don't you like that? Like, oh, you get to pick your characters. Oh yeah, let me just fuck you right in your fucking brain into fucking liking me. They're trying to groom me. Screw you, Mario 2, and people that are doing this. Like, just stop. Just stop. We can have a discussion, okay? But, like, this isn't right, and it needs to stop. It needs to stop now. And here, Mario 2, I'm not gonna let you fuck me anymore. I don't care. I've played you to the end boss. I've defeated every fucking Birdo in this damn game, and I'm good. I'm good. And you know what? I'm great. I'm never better. I promise you. I'm doing well. Sometimes, you know, therapy doesn't have the answers for everything, but in this case, I got what I needed. Thank you. Thank you for your time. Bye-bye.
Hey geeks and gamers, and welcome to my review of Lollipop Chainsaw Repop.
Oh my god! What the heck happened? Gross! Back off! No! Yeah! Seriously? Dude. The hell? And on my birthday, too! Like I'm not already late enough! Gross! Stupid! brain dead, douchebags!
Lollipop Chainsaw was a game that was released in 2012, directed by Suda51, and also written by James Gunn. Interesting combination. Suda51 is my favorite game director of all time. And I like James Gunn. I like Super. It's a good movie. And I was very excited for this game when it first got released. I had just gotten a PlayStation 3, and it was one of the first games I purchased for the PlayStation 3, and I played the hell out of it back then. Well, it has recently gotten a remaster on modern platforms. This is brought to us by Kadokawa Games. And, yeah, I'm here to talk about my thoughts on Lollipop Chainsaw Repop. Now, just so you know, this game isn't very long. Neither is the original version either. It's about 6 levels or so. So, because of that, and because of, like, if you watch this and you want to experience Lollipop Chainsaw, I am not going to be showing anything past the second full level. Because I think a lot of the charm of this game is playing through it for the first time.
Juliet!
I'm so hungry!
Ah! Ow! Shit!
Are you okay, Juliet?
Yes, Are you?
One bit me. Just a little bit. I don't know what that means. What does that mean?
Oh no, it can't be.
I feel it in me. I'm gonna become one, huh? Fuck! I'm screwing up your birthday, aren't I? I'm sorry, Juliet. I don't want to fuck up your birthday.
My birthday? Don't worry about that. That's the dumbest thing ever.
Listen, I know it's stupid. We just started getting serious, but I wanted you to know. I know I've never said it or anything, but I kind of sort of, love you. Oh, I fucking love you. Oh.
Nick. No. There's something we can try. It's the only chance we have to save you.
Juliet? What the fuck?
I love you too, baby!
Lollipop Chainsaw sees you playing as zombie hunter Juliet Starling, a cheerleader at the San Romero High School. She is on her way to school when a zombie apocalypse breaks out. It is her 18th birthday, by the way. Make sure we all know that she is 18. It is her 18th birthday. The game makes sure you understand that. On her way to school, she meets up with her boyfriend Nick, who gets bitten by a zombie. Juliet does a magic ritual and cuts off his head, and he is now a decapitated head attached to her. The rest of the game sees Juliet try to figure out who started the zombie apocalypse and how to stop it. It is a zombie hunting, slash-em-up, arcade-style beat-em-up game. It's very unique for its time. This is definitely the goofiest Suda51 game out there. And there are a lot of people that don't like this era for Suda, this really goofy era. And Lollipop Chainsaw is the goofiest he ever went. Like, he really leaned into the weirdness and the humor. And I think it's a little unfair to criticize the game compared to, like, his deeper works, like The Silver Case or Flower, Sun, and Rain, or hell, even the original No More Heroes. A lot of people look at those games and then look at Lollipop Chainsaw and say, well, it lacks any real depth when it comes to the narrative, and it lacks that aspect of his work. so it makes it lesser, and I'm not sure I really agree with that.
Ready? Go!
Let's go hang out after school.
Lollipop Chainsaw is a really fun game where you're going to run around, you're going to use your pom-poms to punch zombies, get them nice and loose until you can really chop them up with your chainsaw. It's cool because it is a game that has combos and has stylish action, but you don't necessarily have to play it that way. This is a game that I think anybody can really pick up and enjoy because it is kind of button mashy, which I know people that like character action games have issues with that sort of game, but I think it's a good thing because what's on offer here in Lollipop Chainsaw is such a funny and fun time that you want the game to be as accessible as possible.
This zombie might work. Hey, Nick! We need to break through that wall. Can you give me a hand?
Yeah, right. I don't have a hand to give.
Well, not yet, but that spell I cast on you gives you some magical powers.
What?
Like maybe I can connect you to this zombie's body and you can temporarily use it.
Huh?
Here on Repop, though, I have some things to talk about. So the original Lollipop Chainsaw from 2012 actually used a lot of licensed music. And in the remaster here by Katakawa, they actually had to remove a lot of the music and kind of replace it with like generic music. And it's a little jarring because I've played quite a bit of that original game, and not hearing certain stages with certain songs, or not hearing like the power-up music. The power-up theme used to be like, "Hey Mickey, you're so fun, you're so," and now it's just a random rock song. There are certain aspects like that that really throw me off with this remaster, but I understand licensing issues from remastering a game that had licensed music. I do understand that. What I don't understand is, when Repopped was announced, it was actually announced to be a full remake. And then that got scaled down to being a remaster. And just so we're clear, Grasshopper and Suda51 have nothing to do with this re-release. This is all from Katakawa Games. So, Suda has no say with what happened. He doesn't own the rights to Lollipop Chainsaw. He has no say to what happens with this property. And they went from this game being a full remake to it just being a remaster. And then now they've announced that they're going to be doing a sequel game and an anime version of the original game's story. And it's a little concerning because the quality of this remaster is questionable. Like, at its core, it's still that really fun game from 2012. But the effort put into porting this seems kind of minimal. Some of the graphical fidelity, it doesn't look like it's been touched that much, to be honest. And in fact, there's a mode called Repop mode, and they actually censor some stuff for some reason. Like some decapitated heads are censored and certain bloody parts are censored. I don't understand what the purpose of that is, because I mean, if you're playing Lollipop Chainsaw, a game about a high school cheerleader who's chopping up zombies with a chainsaw, you know what you signed up for. And a lot of the charm of Lollipop Chainsaw is the combination of gore and sparkles and rainbows and stars. Like, whenever you chop up a bunch of zombies and decapitate them, it's awesome because their heads fly off, there's blood, and then there's also like rainbows that pop out and stuff. It's that juxtaposition that really gives this game its like unique style. It's very funny. The zombie apocalypse has never been so fun in Lollipop Chainsaw.
I'm stoked.
You think that hurts me? I just jizzed a little.
Yeah! Destroy the speakers! Punks are dead, dude. Get real. Nice leather vest. Fuck! Speakers! I mean, seriously, it's actually kind of nice.
I do recommend Repopped, especially if you've never played this game before. I think it could be a fun way to experience it. But returning players, while I do think this is a fine way to play it, the small issues with the remaster hold it back for me from really being like a full thumbs up. Because without some of the original music, because of the fact that, like, you know, it still has like screen tearing at parts, and it's still like games from the Xbox 360 and PS3 generation were poorly optimized, and it still feels like it carries some of that over when it really shouldn't. Like, I'm playing this on PlayStation 5. You know, it makes it hard to really recommend this over the original version for those reasons. And what they've added with Repop is whatever. But I mean, you know, it is still at its core the original game. You're still going to be chopping up zombies. You're going to be hearing the really funny dialogue between Juliet and Nick. You're going to be fighting really fun bosses and having really fun little mini games and stuff, and collecting all the different outfits for Juliet. It's still a great game. I just think that the handling of this remaster could have gone a lot smoother, and it sucks that Suda and Grasshopper weren't directly involved, because I felt like if they were directly involved, they would have given this the love it really deserved.
Nice jump. Oh, I can't wait for you to shoot the fuck out of stuff with this.
Cordelia's like the best big sister ever! Chainsaw Blaster!
Zombie baseball! Aim and shoot at the approaching zombies. Can you score a winning home run? The game starts with the home team losing by an overwhelming amount of runs.
Rad!
Ah! You shot him instead of throwing a ball at him. That's hilarious.
Whoa, would you look at that? It's not a filthy black table. It's a hard wooden table. So, Alex, I've racked my brain over here trying to think of what kind of video I would do to honor your channel and to commemorate it. Was I going to do a day in the life of Alex? Was I going to do some sort of amazing Atari game review? Nope, I'll leave that to you. I ended up with this. I'm ripping off your idea, and I'm going to come up with 10 things that Alex truly epitomizes. What are the first 10 things that I think of when I think of Alex from TurboZone? You know, 10 things for 10 years of celebration. Number 1 is your hair. That luscious, flowing mane of yours, which I can't grow out, but looks good on you, so keep growing it. And, I don't know, like, what else am I going to say? I'm talking about another dude's hair. Let's go to number 2. Number 2, Arby's. I don't know of any Arby's around here. Do we even have them in Canada? All I know is that if I'm going to eat fast food, it's only going to be after some of these bad boys. So let's reach around the camera. And I guess I'll also drink this to celebrate your channel. Give me a moment, guys. Ah, nice. Okay. Number 3, the Steam Deck. Obviously, how can you think of Alex without thinking of the Steam Deck? So this is mine. It's a little bit older, as you can see, but I think it still works pretty nice. No. Here's my Steam Deck. And you can't talk about the Steam Deck and Turbo Zone. Whoa, don't want to show you what game I'm playing. I'm gonna just lose all my progress here. You like the free-flowing nature of this video? I thought it'd be going a little bit quicker. I didn't expect to get stuck here. What I was saying was you can't think of the you can't think of the Steam Deck on Alex's channel without thinking of his 5 Cheap Games series. Sorry, that beer is like caught in my throat. I'm not speaking well right now. So actually, in preparation for helping Alex out, I've bought and installed a whole bunch of cheap games on here. I just need to sit down and play them. Truth be told, like something like this, Frog Island, just not as exciting as a AAA game or even like a renowned indie game. The one that you saw on screen when I loaded up was this one, Reventure. I don't know. I gotta get through these. Oh, this is a good game. Actually, I'm gonna be talking about this before this video goes out. Let's move on. I want to try to be quick here. I don't want to be here all night. Number 4. When I think of Alex, Sonic, and Sega, I'll bring the Game Gear back out. But you know what? This guy, if you have any questions about Sonic, talk to him, get his recommendations, get his reviews and his opinions on these different games. I've barely played through 1 through 3 and Sonic and Knuckles, and I guess 3D Blast and Bean Machine, but you know, if you want to know, should I play Mania? Should I play Colors? Talk to Alex. Let's go through the Game Gear a little bit without knocking the beer down. Okay. I think we're a little large for the camera. This is just going to be quick. A chance to look at my Game Gear again, show off some goodies. Maybe Alex grew up with some of these, if I can reach around like that. All right, so what do we got here, guys? Aladdin. That's actually a really fun game. I really enjoyed playing that as a kid. Did I beat any of these games? I have no clue. Ren and Stimpy. This was another really fun game. I definitely did not beat this one, but oh man, a lot of it's coming back to me right now. Sonic 2. I have no clue how good or how bad that is. Power Rangers. I think this was a little similar to the Ren and Stimpy game, or more of a beat-em-up style. I enjoyed that one. I definitely remember firing that up a lot. Mortal Kombat. Yeah, I didn't really grow up with Mortal Kombat. This is all I had. This is all I got to play. I think it actually had blood and gore on the Game Gear, and I think it looked as well as it possibly could. Just not my kind of game. I don't think I ever figured out how to do fatalities or finishers. Streets of Rage 2. So I have played a Streets of Rage. Okay. I don't know what you want me to say about that. Like, Double Dragon was my beat 'em up growing up. Oh, Little Mermaid. This is actually a good game, not gonna lie. And here in the back of this, look at that. There's Crash Test Dummies. This is a sleeper that I think would impress a lot of people. You know, I'm not gonna waste any time describing any of these. I don't remember them as well as I should because we're talking 30 years ago or something like that now. I'm just going to keep on moving through this list. We're at 5 minutes already. Let's see. Atari. Alex, number 5. When I think of you, I think of the Atari. I've never actually played an Atari game, not without like a port or something. Classic Atari game? Nope, to my knowledge. I don't recall playing any of them. So let's move on again. Number 6. SteamWorld. Alex, you are... I don't know, this doesn't really count. You're one of 2 people I know who's really into the SteamWorld series. I think you've played most of the games, if not all of them. You know what? Let's change this a little bit to you are somebody who has a lot of good hidden gems recommendations. And so if anyone's watching your cheap games series across the Game Boys, other consoles, things of that nature, you're always showing off at least one game that I've never seen before. And there's always one game that I want to play from your recommendations. So good for you. Keep that up. 7. Oh, I actually brought this with me. Why am I hesitating? No More Heroes. I still haven't gotten started on this series, but I know you're a big No More Heroes guy. I know you've got the leather jacket. You look good wearing it, so keep wearing it, I guess. Yeah. Keep being a fan of No More Heroes, Alex. You're doing a great job. Keep it up. After that, I think I'm pretty much all worn out on props and games and stuff. You have a very good sense of humor. It sounds like I'm trying to describe a date or something right now. Oh yeah, I really like his sense of humor. But no, Alex, you're pretty funny in your videos. I've heard Spencer writes your scripts, so Spencer, you're pretty funny. Good job, Alex. You are also known for... I don't know, you're pretty American. I guess you're known for cars. Oh, speaking of cars, when you try to type TurboZone in YouTube, when you search for TurboZone and you put a space in between Turbo and Zone, you get car channels. So I guess, yeah, for anyone who's not intimately familiar with you, they think, oh yeah, TurboZone cars. And finally, number 10. This is a little cliched, but let's just say 10 years on YouTube. I don't know why I'm forgetting that one either. 10 years on YouTube. Alex, congratulations. I don't know how you have it on you and how you have it in you, but that longevity is something to be commended and admired. So yeah, happy I've gotten to know you over the last couple of years or whatever it's been. Happy that we've gotten along and we enjoy collaborating with each other. Looking forward to whatever one comes next. And of course, looking forward to whatever else comes after on your channel too. So congratulations. Here's to, what do you want to do? Another 10 more years? Up to you, buddy. Keep going. Oh yeah, I actually had a video idea where I was like, oh, maybe I do some shadow puppets. There's a good idea with that. But I don't know how to do any shadow puppets. Like, can I do a heart? No. Can I do a gun? Anyways, that's all. Thanks, guys.
Hey everybody, Alex from TurboZone here, aka TurboZone Gaming, aka whatever else I decide to change the name to for marketing's sake. I'm here today during the TurboZone 10th anniversary marathon to talk about my inspirations. You know, TurboZone didn't just pop out of the ether out of nowhere 10 years ago. TurboZone was born from many different places at this time. So the origins of the channel, if you didn't know, is that I used to host a game review show over on Frickin' Freck Films called Super Hyper Turbo Gamers. There was a point in that channel's history where we were going to originally break Frickin' Freck up, and I was going to move to a new channel for my gaming content, and then I wasn't really going to be a part of the film stuff anymore. I was going to be a writer and collaborator, but I had actually moved out of Kentucky at the time. So that's where TurboZone came in. TurboZone was my passion project that I wanted to pursue since I wasn't going to I didn't plan to be on screen for the film content anymore. That's not something I've ever really talked about. You know, Frickin' Freck is over now, we're not doing it anymore, but it was special to me. And also the time working on Turbo Gamers was important for the foundation of TurboZone. So I think first and foremost, the biggest inspiration is pretty obvious. If you watch this channel or watch my previous content over on that channel, is I used to be, and I still am, a huge fan of Classic Game Room. You know, so much so that I used to post the Super Hyper Turbo Gamer game reviews on the Classic Game Room website. You know, and I know people found me that way. I met one of my best friends and a man that I'm about to be the best man at his wedding, Teddy of Majority. Yeah, I met him on the Classic Game Room website. He found me through my game reviews that I was posting over there. And followed me, and we, you know, kind of commented back and forth and talked and decided to collaborate, and, you know, he's been one of my closest and best friends ever since. And And yeah, Classic Game Room was so inspirational for me. It was one of the first gaming review like content things that I watched on the internet that really influenced me. I did watch like the Angry Video Game Nerd and Screw Attack and like those more like hammy skit based style videos, and I did enjoy them, but I would never call that an inspiration. I know a lot of people do, but I've never aspired to be that. But what I enjoyed about Classic Game Room was the fact that in the Classic Game Room content, whether it was on the main channel or on Undertow, the people talking about the games, it didn't seem like it mattered what the common whatever the internet thought of a game didn't really contribute into the game review itself or the video. In fact, I liked the way that Mark did his reviews on Classic Game Room, because a lot of the times he would just have fun and try to find the fun even in awful games and just joke around and play around. And you know, I've done a lot of stuff here on TurboZone and also as Turbo Gamers, but I don't think I ever focused too much on negativity. Every once in a while I'll slip into it, especially now that I do more discussion type content, but I've always just sort of had a positive outlook on games, because you know, even a bad game, even a game I'm not enjoying, if I'm not actively enjoying a hobby that I'm talking about, like games, why am I doing it? You know, and that's always been my outlook, is that even when I'm talking about a subject that I think is bad, like a bad game, I'm still enjoying myself. And that's what I picked up from that show. And again, a lot of my content here was directly inspired by Classic Game Room. Another YouTuber that actually inspired me a little bit later down the road, around the 2018 mark, was Scott the Woz. I'm a huge fan of Scott the Woz, and I know it's funny, I just said I don't really do aspire to be a skit-based channel, but I found Scott to be different, and I still love his content. I still watch his content, and if you look at TurboZone around the 2018 mark, I did shift a little bit. I went into what I call the Turbo Couch era, and I want to say I stayed in the Turbo Couch era until about 2022, 2021, somewhere around there. I got out of the Turbo Couch era, and that's whenever I really started to try to frame this as a show, as a YouTube show. And a lot of that was directly inspired by Scott the Woz. I really liked how he kind of had like a homemade feel to his videos, even though he was getting, and he still is getting, a ton of views on his stuff. You know, he basically grew himself into like this huge YouTuber from nothing. And his content has never changed from that. His content still feels like he's making it for his friends and his family and because he wants to. And it never feels like he's making it for profit. And I really loved that. And I loved the style and the humor. And yeah, he inspired me even after I was well into my career here on YouTube as a game reviewer, as a game personality. You know, and there have been other YouTubers throughout the years that have directly inspired. Some pretty early ones that I don't want to say like I took too much from, but did inspire me in certain ways. Metal Jesus was a big one. GameSack was a huge one. I used to watch this collector's channel called TV and Lust. He was a huge one for me. There was also an old YouTuber called The Wii Viewer that reviewed only Wii games. And I liked his content. I thought that was interesting. And, you know, there have been a lot of others. I've watched a lot of other YouTubers, and some that, even, I bet, something like TV and Lust was a deep cut. You know, if I say Nice and Games, are you gonna know who Nice and Games are? I've taken in so much here on YouTube, and that's what I love about this hobby, about making content here on YouTube, is even if I'm not a huge personality, even if people don't know the TurboZone brand or me or my channel, I love the fact that I get to produce content on stuff that I like stupid Atari stuff or Sega games or whatever else I want to talk about at the time. I get to put this out on the internet and interact with people and also see what cool stuff other people enjoy. That's always been the coolest part of this hobby for me, is seeing what other people can come up with and the creative ideas that they can make just because they want to make it. And that's always been kind of like my driving force when it comes to inspirations, is that really corporate channels I've never really gotten into, but I like content by people that I can tell want to make content. Really, and I hate the word content, but you know what I mean. That, like, want to make videos about what they love. More recently, and I have been watching this year in 2025. I'm still getting inspired by stuff. I started watching a lot of MinMax, which is a viewer-supported independent game media outlet. And they have a huge collective of people. They do some really weird and interesting stuff that I love. Like, they had a whole series for a little bit where they looked at awful houses on Zillow. And I thought that was so funny and so fun that a gaming channel would just veer off like that and do something out of the blue. And they let users vote for what they want to see. That's so fun. And I love they do podcasts that I watch and other stuff. So yeah, that's a more recent one. But I thought this would be interesting if I just kind of shared some of my inspirations and sprinkled it here in the Turbo Zone 10th anniversary. So I hope you're enjoying the 10th anniversary event. I'm going to get back to playing some Crystal Castles. I know Terry309 loves this game. So Terry, if you're watching this, if you made it this far into the Turbo Zone 10th anniversary event, Terry, look down in the comments. Look down in all caps. I want you to type Bentley Bear rules, and everyone else can look in the comments. And if that isn't in the comments, you know that Terry didn't make it to this part of the video. Bye.
You know what one of my pet peeves with video games is nowadays? When the characters in a video game never stop fucking talking! Seriously! How many times have I played a game where the cast of characters will never shut the fuck up? And it's becoming more and more common with every passing day, and you see this with so many games now, it's unreal. And the thing is, I'm not against storytelling. I love JRPGs, don't get me wrong, I love myself some JRPGs. I play games like Grandia 2, which has tons of great dialogue, amazing dialogue, phenomenal dialogue, and I love every minute of it. I'll talk to every NPC just simply to get more of that wonderful dialogue. And you'd think that most games would have that, right? Unfortunately, they don't. Unfortunately, most dialogue in games is fucking terrible. I mean, there are exceptions, obviously. Grandia 2 is an example, but most dialogue in video games just sucks. And it's a problem. Now, there are numerous examples of games that do this. I mean, I'll give you one example. Legend of Heroes Trails in the Sky is notorious for it. Another game that I find notorious for it is Tales of Vesperia, where you'll go into a dungeon and then suddenly every single party member will be like, "Oh wow, this cave is covered in crystals! Oh yeah, I thought I was the only person that saw that! Oh yeah, I just noticed that too! Oh yeah, this place is covered in crystals!" And then there'll just be someone arguing or having an argument, usually Rita just bitching about something about all that, and then kicking Carol, and Carol will start whining, and then you finally move on through the fucking dungeon and actually play the fucking game. That's one example of too much talking. All this little small talk that they put in these games that is just completely pointless and doesn't need to be there. That's one thing that really bothers me now, and it bothers me now more than ever. There's so many games that have this problem. So many, particularly JRPGs, but even outside of JRPGs you have this problem. I'll give you an example. Shadow Warrior 2, where you have this bitch talking to you while you're playing the fucking game. And this isn't the only time that you'll see this. There's so many games where you have comm chatter, or someone talking to you from miles away. They just basically got this microphone and they're kind of in a call center just talking to you or something along those lines. The worst one for this is Red Faction, because you never see them. Or maybe you'll see them once and then you'll never see them again. It's just they're talking to you like they're your busy mates. And you don't even know who they are, and they're not there to help you, they're just there to talk your ear off. It's just why even put them there then? It's just why do we have Cortana in Halo? Why is she there? Why can't Halo just be silent? There's an art in being silent, people. And I think a lot of game developers have forgotten this. Silence is an art form. Silence makes an atmosphere. Just play Painkiller and you'll see exactly what I mean. You go in the first area of Opera House and it's just complete silence. Except from, obviously, the echoes of, the opera singers in the background in the like ambience. But that's besides the point. Like, it's all about taking in the atmosphere and the ambience. If you can't make the dialogue good, at least make the atmosphere good, you know? That's what you should be doing. There's quite a few games out there that actually do a good job of not having too much dialogue while still being able to tell a relatively good story. I mean, you've got Devil May Cry 3, for example. That game doesn't have much talking at all. Like, believe it or not, there's not much talking in the game. There's a bit, don't get me wrong, but whenever there's talking, you're not really paying attention to the talking, you're actually paying attention to what's actually going on screen, because the characters are usually doing some crazy stuff. Like crazy choreography on the fucking screen while they're talking. And it means that you're paying more attention to what they're actually doing and their actions rather than their words. Obviously you have their words and stuff, which it is still there so you understand what's going on, but they don't talk too much. Instead they focus more on the choreography and the action, and they just get straight to the point. And that's what I like about Devil May Cry 3, because the story just gets straight to the point, and I love that. The player isn't stupid. Sometimes you can express things better with other means besides dialogue. And whenever you can, you should, especially in a video game, because video games are a visual thing and not just a dialogue thing. You're not writing a novel, you're writing text for a character to say in a video game. So get to the bloody point! Seriously, just get to the point! You're not making a visual novel, you're making a video game. And that's the point I wanted to make. I mean, I'll give you another example. Valve Profile 2 is my favourite game of all time. Why is Valve Profile 2 my favourite game of all time? Because the story gets to the point. The thing is, there are quite a few cutscenes in the game, but the dialogue is minimal. Like, you will have cutscenes that play in Valve Profile 2, and there's a lot of moments where there's not really much talking, as opposed to games like, I don't know, Legend of Heroes Trails in the Sky, where people are just talking constantly, and you just drowned in dialogue and you're just trying to figure out what the most important parts is. Valve Profile 2 focuses on the most important parts. You don't get any dialogue where they're just saying, nice weather today. Oh yeah, great weather. Oh yeah, we just entered this dungeon. It looks great, it looks wonderful. There's no moment in the game where the dialogue is a complete waste. All the dialogue in Valve Profile 2 has a purpose. It's there for a reason. There's meaning to it. It doesn't waste your time with needless dialogue. And the thing about it is, outside of cutscenes, there aren't any dialogue, really, aside from talking to NPCs. If you want, you can, like, read the biographies of the Einherjar, but that's optional. So the game doesn't really force you through sitting through too much dialogue, and instead it lets you take in all the atmosphere, all the ambience and the music, and lets you enjoy the fights and stuff like that. But when the story is told, it means something. It's impactful. You don't need to start talking every 5 seconds. Just let the player take a break from the talking, let the player take everything in. Let the player take in the atmosphere and everything else, because sometimes that can be more important. Sometimes that makes all the difference when you let the player take everything in, when you have that silence and don't have the talking, and you just let the player take in all the music and the ambience, and also that feeling of solitude, particularly in the likes of Painkiller, where you're on your own in this demon-infested world, and when all the demons are dead, it's just you and that's it around this unholy landscape, and you're just roaming through it. And it's such an amazing feeling. You don't get that in games today. That's what you're missing in games today, people. And it pisses me off. So yeah, we need to get rid of all of this talking once and for all, people. It's seriously a problem. I'm not talking about games like Grandia 2. I'm not talking about every single game. Some games have dialogue that's actually decent, and that's not a problem. It's when the games have too much dialogue and they force you to sit through that dialogue when it becomes a problem. So yeah, anyways, that's all I have to say. So yeah, see you guys.
Welcome back to the Filthy Black Table. And today, we're talking about Billy Hatcher and the Giant Egg. Every day I wake up, I make a video for TurboZone, and that, Geeks and Gamers, is my in-depth review of Gorf. It's always a tradition that immediately after I finish a TurboZone video, as soon as I hit that upload button on YouTube, I get in my car and I drive to Arby's for dinner. That's so bizarre. My DoorDash account has been canceled. I was gonna DoorDash Arby's today, but I guess not. You're not getting Arby's today. Who the fuck are you? Alex, I'm you, but from the future. 10 years in the future. Me from the future? Listen up. In the future, TurboZone becomes the most successful YouTube channel of all time. That's why I'm dressed like this. And since it's the most successful channel of all time, you get an official sponsorship from Arby's. Now, your billions of adoring fans, they hear it. They want Arby's. They go to Arby's every single day just like you. And guess what? You cause an diabetes epidemic worldwide that destroys the world, destroys the economy. Everybody's fat, dying, and it's all your fault. But they can't stop going to Arby's and getting that beef and cheddar because of you. So I have come back in time to make sure you never eat Arby's again. So you're telling me you came back to stop me from going to Arby's? Oh, I can and I have. I already contacted DoorDash, Uber Eats, and Grubhub. None of them will serve you Arby's. And I have cut the brakes on your car. The closest Arby's is about a 3-hour walk. We both know you're not gonna make that. You can't stop me from going to Arby's. Arby's is like my whole thing. I have to go to Arby's. God damn it, that fucking son of a bitch. Fuck, what am I gonna do? Oh shit, okay. If I've made a lot of friends while doing TurboZone. If I just contact or call one of those friends and ask them to order me some Arby's, they could just send it to my address. Yeah, that'll be easy. Let me give them a call. I got Teddy, BioPhoenix, Legend of Leo, Brian. I can call any one of these guys and they're bound to help me.
Man, Dragon Quest is so great. Such a great series. Just makes me so happy. What? Who's calling me? Oh, Alex? Oh, God. I don't want to talk to him. Oh, God. You know, I'm not in the mood right now. You know, I'll call him back later. Back to thinking about Dragon Quest. Dragon Quest is so great.
No way! Oh, Alex, not now! No! Hang up already, man! I'm not answering! No! Quit calling me all the time!
Oh yeah, that's some sport right there. Look at these men. Look at these men go. Yeah. Oh, that's what I'm saying. Oh, Kirishima and Oho. 7 and 8, 8 and 7. I love numbers. Oh, what are we gonna do? Oh. Here we go. Back to the sports. Oh, what? Turbo's. No. We're gonna miss this. No. It's Oho. Oho's got him. Let's go, Oho. Kirishima. Oh my God, Kirishima got Oho. That's what I'm saying. Oho. I can't miss this, Turbo. I'll call you later. Spectacular sumo. Just spectacular.
Ah. All right, next match.
Fuck! 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 God damn it! You really did cut my brakes.
Oh, fuck. God damn. I gotta make it. I gotta make it to Arby's.
I'm a simple man. I live a simple life. And I have a simple goal. All I want at the end of a hard day's work is an Arby's beef and cheddar.
Hey Alex, just wanted to wish you a happy 10-year anniversary on YouTube. And yeah, congratulations, man. I mean, I remember it was just what feels like yesterday. You were commenting on some of my older videos. I think it was like the Gex Up one or the Happy Video Game Nerd one. And we would just talk. And eventually, you know, I would end up collaborating with you, and as well as the Button Mappers, and the rest was history. And you know, that's what I appreciate about you, man. You're really down to earth. You're not gun shy about collaborating with people and just like networking and interacting with people. And even though you have a small audience, you have a very dedicated audience. And I think that's more important than just expanding your subscriber viewer base, because there are like billions of channels with millions of views, and those are usually just content farms. But yours has heart, it has soul. And that's something that is more important than all the views and the subscribers in the world. So I hope to see more from you in the future. I hope to work with you more in the future. So yeah, God bless. Keep it up.
Hey geeks and gamers, it's Brian I Got Kings here to wish TurboZone happy 10-year anniversary on YouTube. Figured I'd come in this video with his famous opening that he does in all his videos. Turbo, you're a great guy. Met you around 2020 through the Button Mappers. It's been great getting to know you and getting to know your likes on games. And one game Turbo does not like is Super Mario Bros. 2. So I figured what better way to celebrate 10 years of TurboZone than to play a little Super Mario Bros. 2. It's a running joke with me and Turbo. I like to bring up Super Mario Bros. 2 all the time. I love this game. One of the most important games and my favorite games of all time. Turbo does not like this game, though. And even though he does not like this game, we're still friends. That's how good of a guy Turbo is. Because how can you be friends with somebody who does not like Super Mario Bros. 2? But Turbo's such a good guy that I can get past that. This game is very important to me. Turbo doesn't like to pick up things, if I recall correctly. That's right, Turbo. He thinks it's a little... He doesn't like it. He just doesn't like it, and that's okay. I, on the other hand, love this game. I love picking up enemies, picking up turnips, POW blocks, cherries to get the stars. Introduced many a staple to the Mario series, including Shy Guys, Sniffits, the POW block, the characters having different abilities, Luigi having that floaty jump, the bombs. The Super Mario Bros. Series owes a lot to Super Mario Bros. 2. And Super Mario Bros. 2, and I owe a lot to Super Mario Bros. 2. When I first played this game, it won me to get an NES, and it still remains highly important to me. But this is about Turbo, and Turbo, I play this in jest. I know you don't like the game, but I hope you take it in stride that we can joke around and to our likes and dislikes of games. That's one thing that I always like talking to you about. Games that I quite couldn't get into. You know, like Sonic. Turbo's a big Sonic fan. I'm not a huge Sonic fan, but I've gotten to appreciate the games over the years. I think that in large part of that is due to playing them again, and I think in large part of that is to since I met Turbo, you know, thinking, you know, maybe I'll give him another shot. Let's see if we can get a one-up here. I've been fortunate enough to be on the Turbo's channel over the years. 5 Cheap Games. Did the Game Boy one. We did the 2 NES ones, if you want to check those out. We have the nice magic carpet to ride on this little Pidgeot. Yeah, Turbo, congratulations on 10 years. Here's just another 10 years. And it's been a joy getting to know you and talk to you and be friend. I can call you a friend over the years. And calling you a friend and getting to know you over the years. Turbo, you're a great guy. Congratulations. Take care. Bye-bye.
Hi, it's me, Spencer. I'm from RPG Archive. I also do the Button Mappers podcast with Alex from Turbo Zone. We're here celebrating 10 years of Turbo, and congratulations, I couldn't be happier for you. It looks like it's bigger and better than ever. I love to see the growth that's going on. You've done an awesome job just pushing it forward and learning from each step and growing. So for that, Alex, congratulations. Super happy for you. You want us all to contribute a video, so I'm here doing my part now. You've done so many videos, and what I love about your channel is that you really deep dive. You get into the nitty-gritty, and you're not afraid to tackle obscure topics. I've seen you go so far as, I mean, you're not quite BioPhoenix, but I mean, you do games that most people don't really talk about, Earth Defense Force, things like that. Like, you go far. You don't even stick to games. You do consoles. You like the art of the boxes that games come in, the packaging. So there's all these kinds of things you do, and I wanted to commemorate that and do something kind of obscure as well. With that being said, I got some Arby's. So we're going to try Arby's now. My history with Arby's is, this is essentially my first time eating it. I know I've had it before, but I don't recall it. I don't remember what it tasted like. I think I was too young. So we didn't really go to Arby's a lot, but I had it for one day, and I don't even remember if I liked it. I don't remember anything. And I'm not really a fast food guy. So this is realistically my first time having Arby's in my life. So a completely fresh take. Let's see how it goes. I asked my girlfriend what to get. She is a pro at this. I think it's a class thing. A person of my stature doesn't really understand what to get at Arby's, but I was able to ask her, and she was able to inform me on what the typical Arby's order would be. So hopefully she was right. I suspect that she was. This is not. I got a classic beef and cheddar. So this is, I think, like the default, like what you're supposed to get for the classic Arby's experience. I got curly fries. Hopefully some of them fell out. Oh yeah, some of them fell out, so that wasn't totally gypped. Oh, I should do this. If there's like a thumbnail. Do I do thumbnails? Probably don't even do thumbnails for this. Anyway. And then I got her something to drink, but I got a chocolate shake. Apparently their shakes are good. Now it's 105 degrees outside, so hopefully it didn't melt. And of course, as I was informed, nothing would be complete without Arby's sauce. So I got a lot of it. I got a bunch of it. There's more. And I also got a few bonus items in it. What I'm going to do is I'm going to taste each one, and then I'm going to go eat. So bear with me. Let's try an Arby's beef and cheddar. Okay, interesting. It's got some cheddar in it. It's got some beef in it. And I was told you have to put the Arby's sauce on it, so I'm going to drizzle that. What is Arby's sauce? I have no idea. I put it on half of it so I can use another packet. My girlfriend said that you're supposed to use 2 packets per sandwich. Oh, it's like a tangy, almost like a barbecue. All right, here it is, going down. All right. It's interesting. It's like a roast beef, a lot of cheese, a lot of roast beef though. It's interesting. It's not terrible. It's not great, but it's something. I don't think I would normally get this. But for what it is, I mean, I knew what it was, so it's interesting. I'm gonna try a curly fry, seasoned. I think I remember eating these, so this will probably be good. Yeah, those are really good. And with it, I got some Arby's ranch sauce. Cause we like in this house, we like eating fries with ranch. Delicious. And then I got this chocolate shake. Let's give it a taste. Going down. Wow, that is very good. That's very good. As a side thing, I also got a cherry turnover. I happen to love cherry and these kinds of things, so I'm going crazy. Let's just do it. Really good. I like it. I really like that. Okay. Arby's, I give it a 7 out of 10. I also got a burger that felt like that was cheating, but I wasn't sure if I was going to like all this stuff, so I got a burger. I guess, you know what? I'll take a bite out of it. Let's try it out. Oh my god, it's loaded. It's a bacon burger. I don't think I'm going to put any Arby's sauce in that. Look at that guy hanging down there. It's not the best bacon burger I've had. I don't really like their cheese, I think. I think that's where I'm struggling is some of the cheese. Yeah, I'd give it like a 6 out of 10 or maybe a 7 out of 10. It seems fine. Meat's a little too chewy. And the cheese, there's something about the cheese I'm not loving. They're cheddar. Anyway, that's my review. Congratulations, Alex. Thank you for doing all that you do. And I'm sure I will talk to you very shortly as we see each other every week. So, I'll see you then. Bye-bye.
Hey, geeks and gamers! Welcome to the end of the celebration event. This is I was racking my brain on like how do I end the TurboZone 10th anniversary celebration. I've already spent the entire hour, jacking myself off here for doing this for 10 years. And what I decided to do for this last segment is I want to thank and shine a spotlight on some of my closest friends, some of my closest YouTube friends that I think have helped to not only shape like TurboZone into what it is, but really like make me grateful for what I do here and make me want to pursue like new ideas and fun things and passions and people that I love to collaborate with. And I'm sorry if I don't have everybody. I just pulled up a list here of the people that I think are most frequent right now. That I know there's been other people in the past. So if I left you out, I do apologize. But I've met a lot of cool people doing this. And to show you, I am currently I am still editing. This is the timeline for the anniversary project. I'm working on all this as we speak. So this is real. This is raw. I'm actually wearing the shirt from the movie trailer segment because I just got done with that, and I wanted to figure out I still hadn't figured out how I should wrap this up. So here's TurboZone. There's me. There's my face. But what I like about TurboZone and doing TurboZone is collaborating, is all of the collaborations throughout the years, the people that I've brought on and had fun talking to and making fun things with. And I put an in card at the end of every video, kind of trying to guide people over to some of the people that I'm closest with. But I don't think people listen to those or read those a lot. They probably turn the video off whenever the in card starts. So I wanted to take the time in my celebration to actually go through some of their channels and maybe highlight some of the things I like about them and why I appreciate them. So we're going to start with Brian of I Got Kings. Now, Brian is an interesting one because he used to stream to YouTube. But if you actually want to find Brian, just look up I Got Kings on Twitch. That's where he is now. But he does post his videos, his streams from Twitch over here. What I like about Brian is his passion for retro gaming. He loves old school consoles, and he loves to interact with his community. And that's how I became so close with Brian. Was I was working a job that I hated, and I would work night shift, and usually he would be up streaming on the weekends, like Friday, Saturday. He'd be up streaming pretty late. So, and it was pretty quiet and dead at my job. So a lot of the time I would just go on and watch Brian play whatever game and talk to him. And we became pretty close that way. And we've talked beyond that. We have worked on projects outside of me just, tuning into his streams. He's been on TurboZone. He's been on the button mappers that I used to do. And he's still on TurboZone. I think we're in the talking stages of doing another Five Cheap Games. He is one of my go-to Five Cheap Games guys. And it's because he has such a wide knowledge. So even though his content is he's a streamer, I think it's interesting because he's a streamer that actually will take the time to respond and talk to you, and just it's fun to watch him try to he always tries to experience games that he's never played before, and a lot of them are NES, DS, PS1, Super Nintendo. So I think that's uncommon within the streaming scene. So Brian's definitely one to watch. Next one is BioPhoenix. It amazes me that I still get to collaborate with BioPhoenix because I have 740 subscribers and he's sitting at 4,000. So he is definitely elevated in terms of viewership from where I am. I hope to be there one day. And the fact that he goes out of his way to ask me to collaborate with him is so fun. Bio's a great guy to watch because he if you think I know obscure video games, like, you need to check out his channel. Like, some of these games, I don't even, The Note, I don't know what the fuck that is. War of the Dead, I don't know what the fuck that is. Like, Expert PS1. Like, there's games that he has played and beaten that, a lot of the times whenever I'm talking about obscure games and I mention one, he usually knows what it is. And that is so cool. I met BioPhoenix back in, I want to say like 2016-ish? I forget. But it was pretty early in this channel's life. And we started collaborating around that time. And yeah, he's just a funny and fun guy to talk to. He also does his Abridged series, which I don't know if it's even on his main channel here. But his Abridged series is great, and I play a role in it a lot. I think it's The Trails of Cold Stone. So I play a role in that a lot. I got to play Vector. That was awesome. So, Bio, thank you so much, man, and I appreciate you. Next one is Terry309. Terry's an interesting one because, I mean, you could say I've collaborated with him. He's been in videos. He's been in some of the Turbo Show videos. He's been in this video. But Terry's an interesting one because I think I've actually like talked to him a total of one time. He popped up in a Button Mappers episode once for a Game of the Year up thing. Terry's one though that will always be there in the comments. He will always be there on Discord. He'll always be. He's always up to making like a video response or a response to something or giving you his take. Something I appreciate about Terry. And like realistically, like we butt heads about what video games should be. But I appreciate that is that Terry's always willing to talk, and he's always open to talk about what his view on gaming. You know, and he will debate you. That's something you have to be willing to do. But it's great, and yeah, he makes some cool videos. He makes videos about topics, or sometimes he makes videos about games he likes, like Clueless Idiots revisits Mario 64. That's kind of fun, you know, or like he's ranking every level in Painkiller Overdose. Terry needs more love here, so if you guys would please go subscribe to Terry309. Friendly Fire Gaming. This is Axel, my friend Axel Wolf. He actually lives close to me in Kentucky. And he actually, I believe he found me. So I made friends with him that way. And, you know, I have collaborated with him, and I love talking to him. We've gamed together. You know, there's a while there where we were playing Xbox together a lot. I would love to game with him some more. That'd be great. And I think he does a really good job with his reviews. I really wish his reviews got more love. Like, this is not what I want to see. You know, and I want people to go check out Friendly Fire Gaming. Because I think Axel has a keen eye for games. I really like this one, the Cold Fear review. I remember I shared that one. Saturday Night Slam Masters. He reviews modern stuff, but he like this. Like, he's not afraid to go back and review older stuff. And yeah, he's just a really cool dude, and I just really appreciate Axel being there. You know, me and Teddy, look, there's me and Axel playing King of Fighters. Yeah, it's me. We actually got to me and Teddy and Axel went and saw Twisters like last year whenever Teddy came out to see me. So that was a lot of fun. Axel, man, thank you so much for all your support. People, please go subscribe because this needs to be a lot higher. I want to see this a lot higher. I want to see this at 4,000. like by DZD. DZD is also one that needs a lot more love. I love DZD's content because he's not afraid to look into more obscure topics when it comes to like internet culture. That's mainly what he does. He talks about things that like YouTubers, you know, before time, Teddy Rupskin, or you know, I was on one where we talked about Classic Game Room and I forgot the other channel, but another channel. What the hell is that channel called? I was on one of those. His variety pack series, I think's really unique. I hope he does more of those in the future. Yeah, I love D because he is an honest, chill dude. And look, there I am right there. And yeah, he's always down to also collaborate, and I want to do more with him. I think the biggest one we've done is our No More Heroes collaboration, where we rank the bosses. And I don't even agree with that video anymore, but I still like it. And his style is great, and yeah, I mean, little peek behind the curtain. But every Thursday, me and Spencer and D get to play. We play Baldur's Gate 3 together. I almost said Dragon something. I don't know where I was going with that. We play Baldur's Gate 3 together, and that's always a highlight of my week. So thank you, D. We should collaborate more in the future. You need more subscribers. People, please subscribe to D. The Legend of Leo. This is a more recent friend that I've made. I forget how I met. I think I met him through doing the button mappers. But he has definitely integrated himself onto my channel. If you've watched my 5 cheap Steam Deck videos, he is on there. I think he's on something else too. I don't remember off the top of my head because I'm getting old. He's sitting at over 1,000 views, so he's definitely toppled me there. That's good, because I think he really puts a lot of work and a lot of thought into his content. I hate calling it content because it sounds so dirty saying it that way. But like top 10 games for autumn 2025, like that's a fun idea. Grapple Dog review. That's a game I kind of want to learn about. International Dog Day. He loves his dog, Leo. Justin. Oh, behind the scenes. Justin, I think is like me. He likes to talk about more, kind of like my editorial series. Like he likes to talk about topics that other people aren't talking about. Like, our game's too big. I think he's talking about. The thumbnail looks like Tears of the Kingdom, which I would agree, that game probably is too big. Games that made me a better gamer. Like, this is interesting stuff that I love to hear people talk about. You know, it's not always about, like, is a game good, is a game bad, like, top 10 games of all time. Like, I want to really explore, like, more about, like, the different aspects of gaming and how they relate to people. And I think that's something that Legend Leo does great. So thank you, Legend Leo. I am more than happy to work with you more in the future. Thank you for your support, man. Oops. RPG Archive. This is Spencer. I've been friends with Spencer since like a year after this channel started. And we have been collaborating ever since, and we're still collaborating. I think we have a new project, unannounced project, that should be launching in November. Because we are ending the button mappers, and he was one of the co-hosts for the button mappers throughout like almost its entire life. Here he has the RPG Archive where he talks about RPGs. I'm on a few episodes, like I'm on the Final Fantasy VII Remake one, and yeah, he's very knowledgeable when it comes to RPGs. I also think he's just a funny guy. I love collaborating with Spencer because I feel like Spencer and I are on the same like level when it comes to our humor and like how far we're willing to go for a joke and a bit. So it makes collaborating very fun. And yeah, I mean, again, I shouldn't, like the rest of these, I don't even have to say like I hope we collaborate more in the future, because we are. Like, you'll see what the new channel is going to be. You know, we ended the button mappers. The new channel that we're working on is going to launch in November. So yeah, I'm very appreciative of Spencer. He's done a lot for me. You know, as a friend, being there for me is something that, like, I don't want to sound for Spencer, I don't want to sound gay, but being there for me in you know ways outside of YouTube has been something that I've greatly appreciated. You know, and becoming close friends with you throughout the years. So yeah, man, thank you so much. Last but not least, I have to save my man for last. This is a majority. Now, Teddy's getting saved for last because I opened Turbo Zone with Teddy. Teddy helped me start this channel, and we've been collaborating ever since. You know, we started the Button Mappers as well. Teddy left, but you know, the channel's ending now anyway. But you know, we did it together for the longest time. We still collaborate. If you look, like, I'm pretty sure like you could easily find me on this channel somewhere. I think he has. Oh, here we go. The Turbo Throwdown series. I'm here. I'm there. I'm here. I'm there. It's like there I am. It's like oh no. Oh look, he has a whole thing for collabs, and I bet you I'm on most of these. Let's see. That's me. That's me. That's me. Me. I don't know. I don't want to open the whole playlist. But me and Teddy are brothers. You know, I mean, I just went and I was the best man at his wedding, which I was so grateful that he asked me to do. Teddy's been such a positive impact on my life. He's become one of my closest friends, one of my best friends. He's definitely somebody that, like, if I just have something weighing on me or something heavy, I can text him or give him a call and talk to him. Hell, last night he called me, and we didn't even have anything to talk about. We were just bullshitting for like an hour, you know, talking about whatever. But yeah, so Teddy's great. I love his videos because, again, he's always trying new things. Even here, like today, he talked about like opening a new channel, which I thought was interesting. But he's always talking about cool topics or trying different methods or things. Like he's changed formats a few times. He's done commentaries, reviews. I used to really love the Majority Speaks series. They used to be one of my favorites whenever he used to do those a while back. Look, there I am with a cucumber. So yeah, I mean, Teddy, I know he's over 1,000 now, right? Yeah, Teddy's over 1,000. This needs to be over 8,000, 7,000, 8,000, 9,000, 10,000. He's been in this game for a long time, and yeah, I mean, Turbo Zone itself wouldn't be the same. Look, there I am. Turbo Zone itself wouldn't be the same without him. So everybody that I gave, went through your channels, thank you so much. If I forgot you, I'm also sorry. I'm old, and let me know. I might have you on here. I don't even. Tylord, thank you, Tylord. I think Tylord. I didn't do Tylord, but yeah, and if you're watching and you ever want to collaborate or you want to, and be involved in Turbo Zone content or anything of that nature, you can always reach out to me on Discord or whatever it be. And if you got a good idea and we gel, I'd be down to do something on my channel, your channel, whatever it is. That's something that I think is lost with YouTube now, is that like communal aspect, and that's something that I've always appreciated. So again, thank you guys so much. Thank you for watching the Turbo Zone 10th anniversary spectacular, whatever I call this. This is the end, so I am going to go to Arby's.
Hey everybody, welcome to Turbo Zone. If you don't know me, my name's Alex. I'm from Frickin' Fact Films. You may have watched my show over there before called Super Hyper Turbo Gamers. And what has happened is I have created a brand new channel called Turbo Zone.
And yo, feel this sound clashing, spastic, make it stretch wide like elastic in the jungle line. Backflip, knock the world off axis in, rewind the track, make it slap again. And yo, feel